This is Charles Fefferman, an example of a young child prodigy. His journey highlights the importance of recognizing and nurturing early talent, which can lead to success in adulthood. By exploring Fefferman's development, we can connect theory with practice, drawing upon research on giftedness, especially Jane Pieto's insights into talent development over time. Charles was born in 1949 in Washington, D.C., where he grew up in an environment that encouraged academic conversation. With a father who was a mathematician, Fefferman was introduced to complex mathematical concepts and terminology at an early age. Pietro highlights that nurturing family settings often lay the groundwork for extraordinary talents to develop and thrive. Fefferman possessed an extraordinary talent in mathematical analysis. Just like Pietro states, this mathematical ability was noticed at a very early age. His skills reflected true proficiency rather than just advanced learning, setting him apart even among other gifted individuals. Fefferman's educational journey was marked by acceleration instead of the conventional age-based advancement. He began his studies at the University of Maryland at just 14, obtained his doctorate from Princeton University by 20, and achieved the status of full professor by the age of just 22. Fefferman possesses a remarkable ability to delve deeply into numerical complexities. He absorbed knowledge effortlessly, instinctively grasping the intricate world of mathematics. His remarkable concentration, adept pattern recognition, and capacity to navigate abstract concepts are traits of intellectual prodigies. As a young teenager, Fefferman completed advanced university-level mathematics and began producing work recognized by professional mathematicians. Fefferman earned his PhD from Princeton University at just 20 years old. This accomplishment placed him among the youngest individuals to complete doctoral-level work in mathematics. Fefferman's early accomplishments are significant because they strongly predicted his future success. His precocity was not temporary or fragile, but stable and sustained over time. According to giftedness research, such early markers are often more reliable indicators of ability than standard testing alone. Fefferman's childhood promise extended fully into adulthood. He made groundbreaking contributions to harmonic analysis and partial differential equations, and was awarded the Fields Medal in 1978. The Fields Medal is to recognize outstanding mathematical achievement for existing work and for the promise of future achievement. Fefferman's success continued because his environment consistently matched his abilities. He had access to intellectual challenge, autonomy, and advanced peers throughout his development. Pietro emphasizes that giftedness must be nurtured continuously, as mismatched environments can lead to disengagement, frustration, or underachievement. Mentorship played a central role in Fefferman's development. His father provided early exposure, while university mathematicians recognized his ability and invited him into authentic academic communities. These mentors did not shield him from complexity, but instead supported his independence and encouraged original thinking at a very young age. Fefferman's mentors treated him as an intellectual equal rather than a child, needing protection. They emphasized autonomy, deep problem solving, and scholarly rigor. Pietro says the cultivation, noticing, and development of talent is highly dependent on various mentors, which Charles had throughout his lifetime. Fefferman strongly aligns with research on precocity. His mathematical abilities were visible early, they were domain-specific, and recognizable without reliance on formal testing. Pietro argues that such early indicators should be taken seriously, as extreme precocity often signals exceptional long-term potential. Charles Fefferman's story of being a child prodigy strongly aligned with research on children with extreme gifts. He demonstrated early precocity, intellectual intensity, rapid learning, and a need for advanced intellectual peers. He also shows that mentorship is essential for extremely gifted students and that there are benefits to acceleration. Fefferman's environment prioritized acceleration over enrichment. He was grouped with intellectual peers and freed from rigid age-based constraints. Pietro stresses that traditional classrooms often fail profoundly gifted students when flexibility, acceleration, and peer matching are not available. If Fefferman were in school today, he would require acceleration in mathematics, including early access to university-level coursework and research-based learning. Fefferman is able to move through the curriculum at a much faster rate than his peers are. The Templeton National Report on Acceleration urges schools to consider acceleration as an option. Although there are studies that say matching students with intellectual peers is not good for their development, I would have to disagree. For Charles Fefferman, matching him with intellectual peers rather than age based peers would be crucial to support both his academic growth and social emotional development. His instruction should be inquiry based and focused on independent study and problem solving. When it comes to mathematics, access to academic journals, conferences, and authentic research experiences would be essential. Pierto highlights that gifted learners thrive when they are treated as producers of knowledge rather than passive recipients of instruction. These supports are necessary to prevent boredom, disengagement, or underachievement. Pfefferman's case demonstrates that when education aligns with ability, extreme talent can flourish. Pierto's research consistently supports differentiated pathways as essential, not optional, for profoundly gifted learners. Pfefferman's life highlights that extreme giftedness requires early identification, radical differentiation, and sustained support. One size fits all schooling does not meet the needs of students at this level and may actively limit their potential if flexibility and responsiveness are not built into educational systems. The reflection prompt for the story of Charles Fefferman is how can schools balance equity with the need to provide highly personalized support for exceptionally gifted students like Charles Fefferman? And what obstacles make it difficult for schools to meet the unique needs of these students?